Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield back here in Las Vegas at Bally's, which is one of the oldest, most legendary and wonderful casinos here in Sin City. And it's always nice to meet somebody new. Veronic, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Firstly, I've just been for a cocktail after the show and I left my list of questions there, so I've nothing to ask you other than will you marry me?
We're in Vegas. Come on, let's go. There's chapels everywhere.
We can have it done by 10.
There you go.
Divorced by 11.
There you go.
You, my darling, are so fabulous. I just watched you on stage for 90 minutes and it truly is the best show I've seen in years. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you do it? I mean, you come on stage and from the second it goes up, you've got 90 minutes of high energy, of these incredible songs, and it's all about you. The pressure is really on, isn't it?
Of course it is. Well, in a way, I do have pressure, but in another way, I don't, because people don't necessarily know me. It's very strange. They heard about this singer impersonator, but they don't know. So I feel like they don't have any expectations when they come to see my show, other than, okay, she's an impersonator. Who is she going to imitate? And so for me, having that in the back of my mind, it puts less pressure, I find. But vocally and physically, it's a lot of pressure because this is Las Vegas. The weather is harsh. There's dust everywhere. And like you said in your introduction, the Bally's has been here for a long time. So
you don't want to be the one to close it, do you? Let's face it.
No, there you go.
You could be responsible for closing the entire showroom. You don't want to be that girl.
No.
Listen, let's go back a bit and talk about who you are and what you do. Firstly, you came from nowhere. I'm sent a clip on Facebook. Suddenly Celine Dion sees you on this show. Next minute, here you are in Las Vegas. That's basically your life story, spending a career building this act. And what's amazing watching you is I can see that this is a craft and an art that you can't be taught, you can't be given, you can't have it written for you. You've dedicated your life to this, haven't you, really?
Well, back home, I'm a recorded artist. So I did 2 albums, but I think I had this imitation in me. I think I had the Veronic impersonator in me, because going back now, my mom said, you were always mimicking your teachers and comedians you would see on TV. And so I didn't notice that I had this talent until I was doing my shows with my own songs. And at one point I did a segment in my show where I was doing impressions, and I got more reactions from that than my own stuff. So I said to myself, maybe that's life is telling you something, Veronique. So maybe you should, change. And I got this beautiful opportunity in 2008 to be Celine Dion's opening act in Montreal. And so I did my little 28-minute act. And so I went on stage and did it without knowing and having no expectations, because I was like, okay, let's do this. I was just jumping off the cliff and praying that everything was going to be fine. And at the end of my little act, well, I knew that I was going to be fine, because 22,000 people got up, and I said, okay, Véronique, this is your life. That's what you have to do. And from there, I've dedicated my voice to that.
But listen, when I was a kid, I woke up one morning and thought I'd like to be a Chippendale. It wasn't going to happen.
Which one, Chippendale?
Well, no, I'm not talking about the couch people.
No, but the chick, you want to be...
I'm talking about I want to be something I can't be. You being something you can be. And let's face it, your voice has been kissed by God. It hasn't passed me by that your voice is stronger and better than the people you're impersonating in many cases. Let's be honest. Now, you're very humble and generous in this show. What I loved about it, you don't take shots at people you very easily could have. Everything's a compliment, isn't it?
Of course. My approach to that is not to make fun of the people I imitate. Because for me, I have, like I say in my show, I have a lot of respect for those singers. And, I maybe add a line here and there just to, to make people laugh. But I never cross that line where it's impolite. And for me, it's very important. Even though I'm doing Amy Winehouse, well, for me, at the end, it's very important to just salute and to just think that she's there and she's sending me good vibe just to do her voice, because no, it's it's very important for me to not laugh. I think we're having fun, but it's very respectful.
There's no doubt you're a comedian and you're so comfortable on stage. That's what's lovely, to see someone who owns it. And it's a big stage here at Bally's. It's home to Jubilee, which is an enormous production, probably the biggest outside of Cirque du Soleil. And you have to fill that space. So 2 things about that. Firstly, they give you an amazing light show, which is great. But compliments to your sound guys. Without them, you'd be screwed.
I would be screwed.
It's true, though, isn't it? You need them.
Oh, yes, I do need them. Because at one point, you have to have that sound when you're doing Britney Spears. I mean, Britney Spears is like, you have to do it. But when you sing...
Do that again.
Hello, my name is Britney Spears. And I'm going to say no. Because on X Factor, she was always saying that. I'm going to say no. So, but when you want to reproduce the voice of Britney Spears, at one point, it's technically processed in all these machines, and of course you do need to have this support in a way to be as exactly as you can to this voice and to the product of Britney Spears and Lady Gaga, the same thing. But I have to say that yes, I'm very, very lucky to have them with me because they support my voice, and that's very important.
And again, your biggest mistake with covering Britney Spears is you actually did it live. I mean, what were you thinking? You know what I'm saying. I saw her on Saturday night. It was wonderful to see 3,000 kids watching it through their phone, but I have no idea what she sounded like. I have no idea.
Well, she sounds like you heard tonight.
You really are tremendous on stage, and what's amazing is your physicality. I don't want to come across as the creepy guy, but you have an amazing set of pins, if you know what I'm saying.
Thank you. I will say that my dad and mom did a good job.
They did. You have great genes. If you can imagine, if people have seen a picture of me, imagine the opposite. That's what you look like.
Thank you.
Well, I notice you're not disagreeing.
No,
you could pay me a compliment here. I'm doing my best for you. So how do you do this then? You go on stage, and what I love is you nod to the legends as well. What's nice, we get the Britneys, we get the Lady Gagas, but you go right back and take us to these incredible women with these fabulous voices who really are hard to do anyway, but then their songs are incredibly hard. You end with probably the hardest song ever written that's always done at karaoke so badly, I Will Always Love You, and you put it at the end. What were you thinking? Do that at the beginning. It'd be a lot easier.
Well, for me, it was, I think I needed all that show to end up with Whitney Houston, because I don't know, I didn't want to be that, that child who knows how to do everything and right away from at the beginning of the show, I'm going to show you everything I can do, and right from the start do Whitney Houston. I mean, for me, it was respectfully speaking, it was very, very important for me to pay respect for her and to put her at the end, because for me, she's the most amazing singer. Unfortunately, her story was not, beautiful, but still for me, she's the best of them all. And to finish with her is like, it's this homage. It makes sense for me to end with her.
And of course, with all the ladies you have their affectations. And with Tina Turner, okay, we get it. It's kind of easy to see how she dances, so we get that. But of course, so many of the things you do are so subtle. And that was what was great watching you tonight. Just the little nods, the head, the hair. And by the way, you have fabulous hair. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
It's a big part of the show.
I treat them very well. Yeah. To have the good products is very important. Yeah.
I don't know anything about this being ginger, but I take what you're saying.
Well, ginger men.
Don't look at me like that, please.
My husband is a ginger, so I love ginger men. You
know what they say? Rusty roof, damp basement. I heard that. You never heard that before, Veronica?
No.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Did you? You must have heard that.
I love it. I'm going to use it.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Honey, you have my basement, apparently.
Listen, congratulations on this show. Okay, I'm going to do the big plug. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best show in Las Vegas I've seen.
Thank you so much.
And I've done them all. I'm exhausted. 2 shows a night for over a week. If I see another showgirl, I'm going to collapse.
Now you're allowed to go and have a glass of wine or something.
I'm going to have my cocktail and find those questions.
There you go. Yes.
You know, the thing is about you, when I watch you on stage, it's so rare. The last time I remember feeling like this, truly, was Danny Gans, who was at the Wynn, and before that at the Mirage. And this guy...
Are you kidding me? Are you doing this?
No, I'm serious. You have a gift. You have an amazing show. And truly, of all the people, I saw Rod Stewart this week. I've seen them all. Brittany, all of these people. To see one person on stage with 90 minutes of your talent is truly inspired. Seriously, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And the fact that you're bringing out Danny Gans is amazing to me, because unfortunately, I didn't meet him. He passed away the month I was actually doing Celine's opening act. Wow. Yes, it's very special, and I do. It touched me a lot. It touches me a lot for you to say that, because he was a very respected man here in the Strip. He was loved, and he was apparently a very good man. So thank you. Well,
he was a family man, and the thing about him, I was lucky enough to interview him shortly before he died, actually, and this man dedicated his life to his craft. This wasn't phoned in. Every night, he built his day around that 90 minutes, and I feel that with you, that you couldn't give this 50% or it wouldn't work.
Oh, no, it would not work. The discipline, and it demands, I mean, it's so, you have to be on top of your game when you're doing this kind of show.
We never got round to answering the first question, which was, will you marry me? We didn't get a serious answer to that. You're married? How disappointing.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
What a lucky man he is, though.
Yeah.
I didn't spend this interview talking about Celine Dion. You mentioned us there, so let's talk about it briefly, because she found you and she really got you here. And what an ambassador to have. If the queen of singing, and frankly, I can't think of a better singer live now in 2014, to say that you are the best singer she knows, my God, what a compliment.
Oh, yes. She is amazing. She's my guardian angel. She takes care of me. We're co-producing the show together, and to have them aboard my ship is amazing, because I feel protected, and also I feel very privileged, and I know that it's very important for me to not take it for granted. And every time I'm on stage, I represent these people, and for me it's an honor. And so I work hard to make them happy.
I'm a deeply unattractive man, and I think what it must be like to be you for 1 second, because you've got talent.
I just love your humor.
You've got talent, you've got beauty, you've got your show, you've got respect, you've got admirers. You're not trying to fake it. You're going to be here for a long time. It must be fabulous to be you right now, seriously.
It is fabulous to be me, and I do know that I'm very lucky to be one of the headliners here on the Strip. It's a lot of people would like to be at my place. And you know what? Every night, like I said, I don't take it for granted. For me, it's like I'm there 200% on stage for 90 minutes. And it's very important for me, because sometimes you can get lazy doing shows after shows. But for me, it's out of the question.
I notice you're not going to deny that I'm ugly, but we'll leave that there. No.
Get out!
No, we'll leave it there. You've made it perfectly clear.
Well, there's a show after me that's called the Jubilee. There's a lot of beautiful women. If you're interested, I could hook you up with some of the feather ladies.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm all for a showgirl.
Yeah, you do.
But I'd rather have a talented girl. That's the thing. That's the thing. Veronic, seriously, if you're going to see one show this year in Las Vegas, come and see Veronic. It's on at Bally's. It really is a testament to one lady's huge, remarkable gift. And your voice is a gift. Trust me, I've seen many people live, and it's always honored to be in the presence of a legend. But most of them can't sing, let's face it. So don't waste your $200 on them. Come and see you, and you'll hear you do their songs better. That's my opinion. That's what I'm saying. You should put it on the poster.
Thank you very much. I will.
I think so. It's the future. Veronic, seriously, congratulations. Thank you for having me at the show.
Thank you so much. It was a very nice chit-chat.
I loved it.
I loved it too.
Now come to England and be ginger.
Oh, yes, I would love to. We'll have to have this little talk, because you will have to tell me who I should imitate there.
Okay, I got a plan. The Raw Variety Show this year is the next step for you. We'll talk about that later. But I want a commission, because I need money.
Yes, we'll talk about that.
Times are hard and friends are few.
We'll talk about it with Celine.
Okay.